welcome back to Legend of Mana. So let's start with part... No, don't worry, Joe, I just use it to showcase. When you grow enough fruit from the Trent, it just gives you a special seed, which is in itself an artifact, but you can plant anywhere in the map and have it being essentially a second Trent kind of base. But I'm just showcasing only this very briefly, just to showcase the 100% completion run that I did. In terms of plot of side quests, the orchard, that's what it's called, you don't really need to visit it. So I'm just gonna show it, me placing on the map, and that's pretty much it.
Gee, thanks, Living Tree from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
It's more like
AKA the Great Deku Tree.
Don't you be Mystic Quest Legend?
There you go.
I'm so sorry for you Europeans that was the first Final Fantasy game you guys got.
Is it even a Final Fantasy game?
Yes, it is, because later Final Fantasy games actually acknowledge the main protagonist of Mystic Quest.
Remember, Benjamin is playable in Fiat Rhythm, Curtain Call.
Yep. Again, this is back when Square thought that anyone who wasn't Japanese was too dumb to acknowledge that praise that their JRPGs got. They were mad.
How come they made some Western stuff that got ported to over there easier then?
Well, this is what we call they got too big for their britches and are now saying bleach for it, and they're probably going to be regretting that day that we're never going to let them forget because that was freaking stupid of them.
For our next part, by placing the coral torch there near Pol Pot Harbor as well, it illuminates. Okay, and we get.
Neverland?
No, not a beach.
Neverland.
This is gonna be tied, partially tied to the story arc of Gilbert, the Centaur.
Kind of awkward that the beach area is put around Dryad.
It's similar to the one of the logic of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, where you can place the various locations near to each other. You can get like the glacier near.
Oh, goody, the pirates!
Right. This is important. Pedro, you'll be the male pirate. Dweebs, you'll be the female one.
Must you always return to the ship, my darling David?
Are you sure that's not? Oh wait, yeah.
Isn't that the female?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's the female. That's why I said Dweebs is the female. You're the
okay. There is no such thing as freedom for a henchman.
Huh, I thought the blue-headed one was the male.
So essentially, yeah,
female.
I know. I should never have fallen in love with the pirates.
Yeah, I'll explain later. Okay.
Bloody pirates.
Oh, look, David. Oh. Cute little crabs are running around.
Yes, cute random little crabs.
Oh no.
So they're crabs. They don't look as crabby today.
David, I have...
Laugh at my joke, it's funny. Huh? What's up?
She couldn't. She was so stunned at how old.
And then she finds the papaya fruit of destiny to give to him.
You should get going. I'll hatch it myself.
Oh. Never mind, I guess they already shared that special star-shaped fruit.
Alright, this side quest is called Summer Loving. Essentially, these...
Oh, I love that song.
First of all, first of all, let me explain that, yeah, you can step on the crabs. Surprisingly enough, essentially, Jova, you can find these random crabs in any part of the map, of the screens in this particular map. And at the end of it, another crab will tell you how much you smash them. If you smash more than 20, you will actually unlock another side quest, which I'm gonna show later, which is not tied particularly to anything. So it's an extra bonus thing.
Do you get a reward if you don't smash any?
No.
So Toby Fox immediately hates Escape then.
No passive, yes. Anyway, this particular side quest is obviously tied to the pirates. This particular penguin pirate henchman needs to leave his lover in order to go with the other pirates, but the female one obviously doesn't like that because she wants to be with him, and apparently, as the dialogue implied, she also has an egg to hatch, so family matters and shit. So we'll see the conclusion of it, what the pirate will decide to take for his responsibility.
I love how it's a crab of all things that apparently rewards you for stepping on enough crabs.
Yes. Also, to continue what Pedro said a couple of parts ago, this is prototype Destiny Island music.
Oh yeah, like I said, the female already gave the male the papaya fruit.
I find it interesting to how you
Oh, and
said,
look, we even have a cave. Please tell me that there's a cloaked man in there.
Yeah, I find it interesting. Yeah, that's true. An interesting thing that you bring up too, because I remember you telling me that you didn't. One thing you're kind of regretting about Yokoshi Mamura's Kingdom Hearts career is that people are not as familiar with the stuff she did for this game. But the stuff she did for this game was basically the beta stuff that she would later to go on. So it's still the same. She's still
the more reason to be knowing that.
You know, funnily enough, this also shares quite a few themes with Kingdom Hearts. Like, well, for one thing, you can choose to do certain worlds in certain orders akin to this game.
Honestly, too, I don't think this game is even all that anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, well, okay.
Sorry, well, hold on. What do you mean specifically?
As in, like, the gameplay is really good, like, but the actual story content is very.
True, but regardless of the opinion you formulate, knowing about it is sufficient in my book.
And to be fair, when it comes to games like this, there's probably going to be a sizable amount of people who remember it more for the gameplay.
It's all about to know your roots, and Kingdom Hearts roots are deep in this one.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
Deep for me.
And to be fair, even if you don't like the story, there are a lot of people who are still going to praise the gameplay. And I will give it this, again, part of the thing that actually got me excited from the start of this playthrough was, again, you kind of get to make your own world in a sense. Like, you can literally do stuff like this and that in such a wonderful randomized event. I just am wishing, though, that they were a bit more upfront with it, because when you get down to it, no, you can't exactly do things the way you want to if you want to, you know, have the most smooth progression of getting... Oh, what the heck is that guy doing?
It was just clipping.
The most smooth progression of, you know, getting all the story content you want. That is a bit of an issue, and the storytelling could be better.
Alright, Jova, you wanted me to catch an actual monster egg randomly? Let's see if I can manage to do it here.
Wait, it's this random?
Yeah, no, not really. There are specific screens where they can appear. So if you want to catch them, you know exactly where to look at them. But it's just, you don't know exactly what type of monster it's gonna be. We can determine, due to its type, that it's gonna be like a fish-like monster, but we don't know if it's gonna be one of those fish with spears or a more bigger one.
It's been a long while, so maybe I've forgotten, but how do you know when you're on a screen that a monster egg is going to appear?
The change of music. And the fact that normally there are not even enemies in the area.
And okay, and how regular are areas like this? Like, is this like only in an area that you've already cleared or something?
No. It's like one. Well, it depends on the dungeon, but it's usually one per dungeon.
Oh, dungeons! It has to be in dungeons.
Oh yeah, these are levels that counts as dungeon. Come on, catch it! Damn it!
Why is it so hard to catch it?
Because if it's, I remember, Joe.
Oh no, it's the old Kingdom Hearts 1 method of having to go into the menu, select the action, and be right next to the thing in order to do it,
No. You need to press X when he's turning your back against you, and you need to do it while you're eating the bait. Also, the fact that the palms in their zero screen, it's not really helping.
This seems a bit too convoluted for a simple Mon Hunter element.
Well, that's because at the end of the day, you don't really need the pet outside of a one that you're naturally given from the original pet. There you go, we got it. And that word delivers to you. We'll see what that pet looks like later on. For now, let's reprise.
I mean, I get that pets aren't required, but surely they could have maybe come up with a less clunky means of getting them?
Let me get Jova, to be honest, in other areas it's much more easier to get them. It depends also on the area size, what's in it, and the type of monster you want to catch.
Fair point, although it seems a bit random in that, like, well, I guess you have to go back and forth rooms until then you get a room without enemies.
No, remember, Jova, the rooms that contain a monster eggs normally don't even have enemies. That's one of your clues.
So you have to go.
Where you can...
Oh, I like it. So basically, you have to go hunting for these particular areas.
Yeah. Again, it encourages exploration. It seems that outside of a few specific dungeons, most of them are relatively accessible for exploration. It's not too tedious. I mean, the dungeons that really are tedious do not contain, like the ruins or the mines, do not contain monster egg rooms.
I guess my only issue is like, well, if you want the full experience, you kind of do have to go out of your way. And don't get me wrong, I do like games that do ask exploration out of you. However, for a game this old and whatnot, you can clearly tell that the focus is a bit lopsided to the point where, yeah, I know I want to explore, but the story's really urging me on here and there. It's like, it's a bit of a bad mix, I'd say. Again, that by no means makes this a bad game per se, but it's a bit jarring, especially when the game also...
Well, at the very least, Drova, it's one that age hasn't been kind to it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's definitely the main. Sorry if I sound like I'm complaining a bit much about this game.
No, Drova, don't worry. My goal with this playthrough and with a lot of others that contain obscure materials is just to showcase and having opinions on it. Whether it be positive or negative, maybe it doesn't really matter to me.
For me, this is currently in the area of a game I would like to give a try, but I'm not quite sure if I'd have it in me to complete it because,
like, obviously, I would be more happy if it turns out we actually were happy with the game, similar to the first Nier. But I already know for a fact that the game being obscure usually has a reason to be such a game.
Oh,
and also giant enemy crab.
Well, with Nier, it was more a case of correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't think the first Nier was all that marketed.
Yeah.
And didn't we end up enjoying Nier anyway for the most part in our final thoughts?
No. The reason, well, yeah, but that's what I mean, Pedro. Sometimes, and not always, a game tends to remain obscure because people didn't like it, and such. Not a lot of people actually bothered with it.
To be fair, even in Nier's case, I guess I can see why some people may not have liked it as much because, okay, to be honest, part of the reason I do like Nier as well is knowing that at least Emil will get to live on into Nier Automata. Now, people who play Nier for the first time, though, I can see why they may not have gravitated that much towards its story because it's a bit too depressing for its own good, especially to a point where...
Actually, Jova, the fans of the game actually were gravitated to that game for that specific purpose.
Well, yeah.
That's the same for Drakengard, for the reason why
That's a lot why I like
so
it.
very. And anyway, hold on. Conclusion of the side quest.
Wait, what did that have to do with the crab?
We needed a boss.
I ain't gonna leave you alone anymore.
So we just
Also,
follow...
we're on a beach, Jova.
Well, I get that, but...
We'll be together forever.
Hold on, Jova, save it for later.
David, my love,
Yeah.
you must go back to your ship.
No, but Valerie, if I quit being a pirate, we can be together. Then why
And you
the
don't
fuck?
break the law.
My heart's all set to give it up. Then why the fuck?
Hold on.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Go back to your ship.
She's cheating on him, isn't she?
You used to talk about how you wanted to see the world.
Why don't you
So
go
this
with
penguin
him?
is Riku.
So rock paper scissors?
Don't you remember saying that when we were kids?
Why don't you go with him?
Which Riku?
That's a good point. I remember, but I was too young to know any better.
Sorry, Jova, what was the question?
Why doesn't she just go with him?
We get a reason right as soon as the quest ends.
So I'll beat up all the mo- oh.
Yeah, it leaves.
I'll beat up all the monsters and he won't attack Val.
Pedro?
I did say that, but you said something about an egg.
That's the problem. His characters look so similar to them.
The flower.
No, I was talking about laying an egg sometime in the future.
Right.
Hold on, Jova, we're going somewhere.
Aren't I silly? I'm only dreaming about having an egg.
Uncross your arms and let's see.
Valerie.
Now go!
But,
I'm going to hate you if you don't.
Oh boy, manipulation. That's
Actually, it's more like following
Go
your
back
dreams.
to your ship.
That was mean.
Go!
Jesus.
I'll come back to you. Yeah, 10 years later. Not even if it's me 100 years later. I'll come back as a captain with 100 penguins under my wing. Don't you forget this. It's a vow to you. I'll be back when all monsters are gone from every sea. So basically, yeah.
The pirates are Power Rangers, since I guess they're clearing the world of sea monsters.
Alright.
David.
Okay, my question. What did the giant...
Hold on. Let's talk to her, might as well.
David, I won't be able to live for pirates.
Why? Is your father the governor or something?
I'll have to check myself. That's what's best for our happiness.
Of course you lied.
Yeah, in order to keep, to raise her child.
You know, maybe this would be better if we actually saw more of why he loves being a pirate, but whatever.
That crab's
that's-
face says it all about that.
Anyway, my main point is
Story.
this. What did the protagonist or the giant enemy crab have to do with this side quest? I mean, we literally just followed two lovers around on a beach and then...
We needed the boss, Jova. Remember, that a lot of these quests needed to end with the boss, even though you shouldn't really
Okay.
end with the boss.
I think I see my main issue with a lot of these side quests now. These side quests cannot seem to decide whether or not they want to play out like, you know, formulaic, or if they want to actually be interesting and different with them. And this is a crowning example. There was no reason for that boss to be there. Heck, the two characters who this side quest is focused on don't even acknowledge the boss, and they don't even really acknowledge us. We just have to talk to them. It's like... I think that's an issue with this game. This game is trying to be one of those, oh, you focus more on the world than the protagonist, but then no, it has other scenes where the protagonist is clearly the center of attention here. It's just, there needs to be some better bout of consistency in that regard. It's a shame. I really like pirates, but that had practically jack squat to do with pirates. Like, again, maybe we'll get answers later, but I feel we should have at least gotten an answer of why he loves being a pirate. And yeah, I'm sorry, the whole she wants him to be happy thing, that's a bit flimsy when he's literally okay.
At the beach. That sounds like fun, but I feel bad for the crabs. Surprise lesson of the day. Penguins can fall in love.
Wow, that was just as much a footnote there.
These cactus,
I feel weird coming off as a cynical one about this. Well, no. Not so much cynical. I guess critical.
Well, Jova, are you by chance penguinist?
No, I really like penguins. Penguins are awesome. And pirates are too.
Unless if it's the asshole penguin from Mario 64.
Or that penguin lover guy from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, no. He was a wonderful meme.
Alright, for the next step, we're gonna intertwine a bit with some of the... first I'm gonna check on the Monster Egg. Let's see. No, not leave it.
Graze.
Gaze. Oh, there you go. It's an
Call it
aquatic
egg.
egg, but it needs to hatch first, so I'm gonna have to wait a bit. Feeding it apparently will help hatching it.
How do you feed an egg?
Remember, he has a mouth. We're operating on cartoon logic.
Who's even...
Let's give you...
I have to wonder, who's... Oh, whatever.
There you go. I'm doing cannibalism. I'm letting an aquatic egg eat fish meat.
To be fair, plenty of fish eat other fish.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty sure Undyne eats fish with her kind of teeth.
I'm not even commenting on that.
Yes.
What? She's really into fish sticks.
Yes.
Yes,
You like putting
Undyne
fish
of,
sticks in your mouth?
Let me put
Undyne
it.
of
What are you, a
all
gay fish?
people likes fish sticks.
Let me
yes.
put it like
Anyway,
this. Let me put it like
anyway,
this.
Jova, hold on,
Hold on.
Jova. For this next quest, we're gonna intertwine a bit two things. One, the Gilbert story arc, and a bit of a Jumi story arc.
Gilbert.
Because
Gilbert.
this quest is gonna be another heist performed by Sandra, the jewel thief.
Gilbert, he's that glasses-wearing kid, right?
No, is that that centaur bard that constantly wants to get laid.
That's another issue with this game. It's like, look,
Too many characters, yeah, I know.
Well, no. Not so much too many characters because, Final Fantasy VII, that has a buttload of characters like this game.
Nowhere near as much as this one, though. But go ahead.
Well, my point is regardless of the cast of characters, though, again, it has to do with the fact that you can't always pick how consistently you can fall with some of these quest lines. So the point is look, I'd be fine with this amount of characters if you had them maybe showing up every now and then. Kind of like, think about it like the crossover between Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright. Like, that has a lot of characters. The reason you're able to
Hold on, important. This is Flamesh, the mermaid. Apparently, there have been rumors about a ghost being at the hotel, a local hotel of Polpot Harbor, But apparently Flamesh doesn't seem to believe it.
A mermaid does not believe in ghosts. The mermaid does not believe in ghosts.
it's
Hello.
like
It's like a genie who doesn't believe in fairy tales.
no, it's like Tails talking to Sonic about the wisps when Sonic's first describing them. Tails is like, I find that hard to believe. It's like you're a talking twin-tailed fox. You find this shit hard to.
No, not just that. You fight the gods and monsters
Yeah.
on a random
Okay.
basis.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite TV tropes: arbitrary skepticism.
Well,
Because
to be fair, it's played for laps in some of the old, in the old Disney comics. There's always been this running gag about Goofy not believing in witches, and as such, a lot of these stories revolving around being a victim of witches and still being completely. Think of Jova like.
oh my god,
Umineko.
that's what I was
Think of
about
it
to
like
say. It's
Umineko,
Disney's
but
version
less.
of Umineko.
And that's the thing, Jova. As soon as Umineko got popular in Italy, a lot of edits with Goofy replacing, I forgot the protagonist.
God, I can't
Think
remember.
about
Battler, I believe.
Yeah, Battler, the one with the red hair. Apparently, anyway, there you go. Apparently, there is supposedly there is a ghost roaming around. Welcome to the Seaside Hotel. Gonna be your stereotype for the day. Our security is top notch. Inspector Boyd is on patrol.
Oh
We
boy,
look forward
Inspector
to serving
Boyle.
you. Didn't you just see something? Yeah. I can't take it anymore. Do you know I was not scared of ghosts? Maybe
Ghostbusters?
Luigi? No, he's scared too.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
He doesn't believe in ghosts, but it's worth a try. You weren't scared at all. Why don't you help me out too? Please.
The trick is admitting that you're afraid. Drowned dreams.
That's because we're gonna learn the true nature of the ghost when we actually find it.
Oh, let me guess. The ghost was actually a doomed piano player who wanted to show her song to the world, but died before she could because she was shown as a rough
Surprisingly,
and...
no, Drogo.
Oh.
But it's gonna be tied to Gilbert's story arc.
Oh, I guess that means you won't be getting an Alan Menken song, eh, Pedro?
Apparently, though, the basement of this bar doesn't have a lot of ties to the ghost.
Hello there!
Well, Jova, how about this? Considering there's a lot of there's been a lot of sea and aquatic stuff involved in this part, how about the Lin-Manuel Miranda song for a change?
Yay!
A what now?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Who's
The
that?
songwriter for Hamilton and Moana.
Oh, nice. Aren't
What can I say except you're welcome?
they doing the music for the Little Mermaid live-action remake?
Yes, he is. Which I can't wait for because I love that man so much.
Alright, about the
Who was
ghost.
Boyle?
Pedro. It's essentially Discount Inspector Chell.
Yeah, again.
Any news? I'm here on vacation, not work. Vacation.
See,
So fuck off.
See, stuff like this is what I'm talking about. It's like, if we had more of this, like, the extended cast showing up in other side quests for whatever reason or not, it would be more consistent and stuff, and then we get to know them better.
Allow me to expand
Gilbert
on
is
that,
here.
Jova, if you don't mind.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I think what Jova's trying to get is that the game lacks focus. I mean, I get that the game is trying to be like
Yeah,
encompassing.
it's
You know,
dispersive.
It doesn't
yeah,
feel like a
I
complete
get the
world.
idea behind it. I get what the developers are going for. They want you to just interact with pretty much the entire world in a very meaningful way. I get that. The problem is that as a result, they can't. As a result, they have to distribute their focus equally around the parts, and it doesn't come across nearly as good as a single storyline with like 7 people. Like Joe brought up Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII's focuses primarily on its main cast, and it works all the better for it. Whereas this, we have a silent protagonist.
Yeah.
And the world itself, so the world itself is supposed to be the character. The problem is that the world is underdeveloped because the developers try to do way too much to the point where every single area feels undercooked.
Not only
There's
that,
it would have been better if they just focused on a straightforward let's just say Secret of Mana, as a result of being a more focused game, is all the better for it.
Not only that, but again, even with Final Fantasy VII, while the focus was on the main characters, we still knew, okay, we got to know and love the side characters because they showed up in side quests, even side quests that weren't centered around them. Like, heck, there was even scenes where you could come across Reno and Rude, who would let you go because they were off duty. Like, Again, this is why stuff like that, or like I said before, yeah. Even the typical Professor Layton game, while the characters aren't the most in-depth here, they're memorable because they show up constantly. Yes, admittedly, they sort of have the advantage that they're there to give you puzzles, but there are cases where some who aren't the one giving you the puzzles are involved still in the quest here and there, to the point where you even can, reveal certain relationships about them.
Yeah.
Again, and I'm gonna be quite honest, I feel that this should not have been impossible this game to do that, because in this time and day, like I said, even Final Fantasy VII was doing stuff like that. That's why I can remember even so much as the particular maid.
Good, it leaves you'll be this one as well.
Flounder?
Don't get fresh with me. I'm not like you commoners.
Oh,
This
God,
character
Flounder
is
let-
literally called Basket Fish.
Flounder let himself go.
No way. I don't like beggars.
Or
Shoo!
Jesus.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, as for what I said earlier about Undyne Pedro, I'm just gonna let you know she'd be great friends with Kanye West.
Right, Mr. Fish.
Is Revan's performing today?
Yes, she is. Her dancing is even sexier than before.
Alright, I went the whole haul. Here's 50,000 lucre.
Why is a fish getting turned on by this?
Don't ask. Thank you very much.
Again, if there...
Dipshit.
Oh, wait, it's...
But you know Revanche hates that lecherous fish.
So if I could understand, that guy's body, that guy's head is literally the body of a fish on a human body with legs.
In a basket, yeah. I'm trying to squeeze that newly rich fish for all he's worth. I guess you're right.
Does this have to do with the ghost, or is this yet another side quest?
Remember, the ghost is... No, it's still in the ghost, because remember, the ghost is taking away all the clients, so these doofus who's paying all this money to be turned on by this dancer.
That
Only
dancer.
for profit. Anyway, what you missed is we were talking before with the soldier that's been here to investigate a sunken ship that has been sunk 10 years ago. Supposedly a military ship was supposed to come here, but for mysterious circumstances was sunk here.
Okay, for the sake of not complaining or anything, I just need to ask. So is it like a bout of where, okay, you've established a side quest, but you don't have the necessary materials to do it yet, you're just getting the prompt for it? Or is this a case where this is all having to do with the ghost?
Sorry, what do you mean?
I don't know.
Okay. My question is this. Is the ghost, is the sunken ship also the same side quest as the ghost thing, or are they two different quests?
It is.
Okay.
It's just that...
It's
It's just that this plot line will branch into two things. Remember, this is still also an heist that eventually is going to be revealed to be performed by Sandra, obviously. But the storyline about the sunken ship being sunk will be explained better in a later. So it will be unlocked after completing this one.
Oh boy, okay, this is another issue I think is becoming clear to me. When this story does actually try to intersect its main plot with side stuff, it's done a bit clumsily. Sort of like how Steven
Well, not really, Jova. In this one, tied to the sunken ship, we'll know why there is a ghost here, obviously. With the future one, we'll know how the ship sunk. That's pretty much it.
Oh no, I get that. What I mean is I'm talking more so development-wise. Some of these seem... again, this has to do kind of with the pacing. Again, though, it really kind of sticks out, though, when they intertwine side stuff with main stuff, especially when this is a bit hard to tell from the get-go that this is part of the Jumi arc, because for the most part, you told us that...
to be fair, while this is tied to the Jumi arc, you can actually potentially skip this one.
Even if you're doing the Jumi arc?
Yeah,
That's-
because this is just one heist that Sandra pulls in the meantime.
Who's
between
this?
two.
Okay.
It's one of the soldiers. Remember, the one where we talked before.
So let me guess, Gilbert's gonna try and aid us to get into the mermaid's good graces.
Surprisingly, no. Gilbert is just there because he's still resenting about Monique. But the way developing things will go later, we'll have to search for him here.
Let me guess. He gets captivated by the ghost.
Surprisingly, no. I
Huh.
mean, especially because the ghost is male. Also, shush! I tried to play a game here.
Tail,
Skit?
I told you. Log off the PSN when you're recording. Come on.
That's what they did after doing this, but yeah.
BRB.
Anyway, essentially, the soldier is getting information out potentially the ghost, and he got pointed out to the hotel. All right, so let's go there.
I actually usually just have my PS3 usually logged off from PSN all the time, unless I actually want to go to the store because the PS4 is so much better at chat and other stuff anyway.
When it's working.
Well, obviously, I mean, maintenance has to be done some.
Well, I know, but it's been up and down for the past few days.
It's been fine for me. Maybe it's the problem with UK servers.
No, it's apparently it's spreading all over the place.
Really? I've discovered a clue regarding the Imperial ship at the Hotel Ghost.
The Imperial ship and the ghost, the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom.
Sure, why not? What do you think? Would you mind helping me out?
Please.
Well, I was on
Certainly.
vacation. Why, thank you, Mr. What was your name?
Toma.
Right, Mr. Toma. Let's go.
Okay, thanks. Sir. All right, let's check out that.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
All right, let's see if we can manage to corner the ghost here.
I'm busy right now, so fuck off.
Okay, here we go.
Hang on,
I'm Toma of the Imperial Army. Do you know anything about the shipwreck?
I thought the fish earlier rented out the whole restaurant.
That's what he's about to tell.
I don't know anything. Leave me alone.
Oh, say, I heard you're very wealthy. That is pretty amazing.
Hmm.
Mind your own business, dude.
That's also none of your business.
And you inherited an incredible jewel. May I see it?
No. I don't know.
Called the Blue Eye, and it shows everything that happens in the ocean.
I see.
Let me see, please. It might tell us how the ship.
What have I missed?
We're about to see the ghost.
I want to see the blue eye too.
Why do you care?
The blue eyes white dragon. I hear she's
Yes,
magnificent.
Alright.
Shiroi, you have blue eyes, right?
Yes.
And Wales is based off of a dragon.
We've
No,
done this
remember.
And now a vision.
What?
Remember, Jova, she also has to be silver-haired.
She's platinum
work.
blonde.
Oh, platinum blonde.
Yep,
guess
so it works. Again, she's the blue eyes white dragon in human form.
Our Lord has given us permission to use force if necessary.
Wait.
We must succeed, man.
Wouldn't that mean that you're the offspring
sir.
of Beowulf
That's
and
cool.
Angelina Jolie then?
Jova, let's just move on.
Well, hey, that's what Beowulf established.
What's the matter?
A sea hag is coming towards us.
A sea hag? Do not listen to its voice, man.
Well, speak of the devil.
Remember, in the Greek mythos, sirens were famous for trickening ships, and I've seen that try before.
Oh my
and
god.
stunk them.
It's Monique, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And yet, for some
Maybe.
reason, she doesn't seem to be up to her old tricks at wherever she's at.
Maybe that's what we need to find out.
Maybe she
later
has
on.
regrets.
Maybe.
I
I see. So a sea hag sank it. Where did the inspector went?
How
Good.
pitiful.
He had to go to the toilet, I guess.
Excuse me.
What?
Uh-oh.
How was I supposed to say that?
Who's this guy?
Hand me the blue
Hand me the
What?
blue eye.
The blue
Alright, I'll give you the eye. Don't curse me.
It's a pal as well, Paul.
Oh,
One of
no.
those,
I was so scared. I didn't know ghosts
Wait,
ran.
hold on. That was...
Inspector Boyd on duty. I have a question regarding your large inheritance.
My inheritance is gone.
I think I know who that was.
Huh? What about the blue eye? The blue eye is inheritance.
Didn't you
dumb
see?
shit.
The ghost came and took it away.
Huh? Ghosts are awake.
I think I know.
So, in case you need the reconstruction...
Yep, I know who that...
go-
Go on.
Okay, go ahead, Pedro, as well.
Here. Me? Blast it! It was a jewel hunter!
Yep.
I bet that ghost was too!
So essentially, the jewel Sandra posed both as the ghost and as Inspector Boy until the real one arrived.
Oh!
But hey, on
And
the
apparently,
plus-
apparently the fish died by foaming at the mouth.
So...
Yes.
So she's basically Don Paio.
Don Paolo, yeah, she's a master of the... Remember, she disguised herself as a nun in Gato.
And
before
now she can
killing
shapeshift
Wolf.
too, apparently.
The only real
Hey,
inconsistency with her modus operandi was that in this case it was a simple jewel and not a Jumicore.
Huh, and
Hey,
that's
Leighton,
it.
here's a better idea for you. Get me the heck out of here.
Yes.
Huh. Kind of a shame. Oh well, I guess we got lore.
No.
As I mentioned, these will eventually branch. Well, again, in terms of the Jumiar, this is just showcase to you what Sandra is capable of. But when it comes to the Gilbert story arc, this is to establish the fact that Monique...
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. I think part of my issue with side quests like the one we just did is that it feels more like just a stepping stone to get to the story they want to foreshadow or tell, as opposed to actually getting anything done in that one.
Let's see what Cacti had to say.
Alright.
Yeah. Let's see where it is. Ground Dreams, there you go.
I hear that basket fish is a weirdo and has attitude problems. He should try harder if he wants to become human.
Wait,
I
what?
think I'll try harder too.
Wait, what
He
was...
means human. He means human in a sense of, you know, having humanity.
That's
And
a
one
bit
day maybe
vague.
he'll become a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
You know, let me just give you this business card for this Ursula chick who apparently does that kind of stuff. Yeah, there you go.
Alright, in the next part we'll actually continue with this storyline regarding Monique, Flamesh, and Gilbert, and then continue also the Dragon story arc. So, yeah.
Also, Jova, don't do that to the poor unfortunate soul. Come on. Anyway, see you, buddy.
See ya.
Yeah.
Ta.